Hey guys, welcome to Gadgets 360. My name is Pranay and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Google Pixel 4a which has just been launched globally. Now, first of all, you need to be aware that there are three variants of this device, but only one of them is launching in India, and that is the Google Pixel 4a. We don't have a 4a XL coming to India this time around, unlike last year when we had the Google Pixel 3a and the 3a XL in this country. Now, apart from that, you should know that the other two variants of the Google Pixel 4a are actually 5G enabled and they are not launching in this country. We only get the 4G variant of this device here. Now, with that out of the way, I should say that the Google Pixel 4a is actually the affordable variant of the Google Pixel series. Last year we had seen the 3a launching in India and the 3a XL as well, and after that we didn't see the Google Pixel 4 launching in this country. Now, Google has told us that the 4a will be coming to India in October, which worries me just a little bit, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But first, let's get this video off with a request to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notified when we publish new videos. And also, if you like our videos, be sure to hit the thumbs up button as well. Okay, so first let's talk about the display. We get a 5.8-inch screen on this device. It is a Full HD Plus screen in case you're wondering about the resolution, and you do get an OLED panel on this device. As for display protection, we have Corning Gorilla Glass 3. But the interesting bit here is that this device weighs 143 grams, and that is quite light relative to what we see on other smartphones. Now, for comparison, the iPhone SE 2020, which we reviewed earlier on Gadgets 360, weighs 148 grams. This is lighter even than that, and the screen is quite bigger as well. So I can't wait to check out the Google Pixel 4a whenever it comes to us for review, which is probably going to be in a month or two. Onto the performance. Now, you get a Snapdragon 730G processor on the Google Pixel 4a. We've already seen that on budget phones, that is sub 20,000 rupees smartphones such as the Poco X2 and the Realme X2. Now, with this you also get Google's Titan M security module, which is also good to see. In case you're wondering about the RAM and storage, you get 6GB of RAM and 128GB of storage on this device, which is an improvement over the 4GB RAM, 64GB storage variants of the Google Pixel 3a and the Google Pixel 3a XL. There were no higher storage variants available last year. Okay, now let's talk about what you're really here for, which is the cameras. And in this case, again, now you get a single front camera and a single rear camera on the Google Pixel 4a. Now, if you see the specs on screen, you're probably thinking, it's 2020 and we still get a single front and a single rear camera when other manufacturers are giving us quad rear cameras and dual selfie cameras and whatnot. Well, the one thing I'm going to say here is that don't be disappointed just by specifications. Wait for our review. Whenever we get a review unit of this device, we'll show you camera samples and all. In the past, we've seen that Google, especially with the Pixel 3a, managed to outperform devices in a similar price range in terms of still photos and multiple other scenarios, and that is because of computational photography algorithms which Google uses. So that is the speciality of this device. So whenever we get one for review, we'll be showing you all the camera samples and we'll tell you whether you should buy this phone for the cameras or not. But until then, just like us, you're gonna have to just wait. A couple of interesting things on the camera front are that you still don't get 4K 60fps video recording on this device. With the rear camera, you can do a maximum of 4K 30fps or 1080p 60fps, and with the front camera, you're limited to 1080p 30fps. Now let's talk about the battery. You get a 3140 mAh battery on this device along with an 18-watt charger in the box. And yes, there is a headphone jack as well on this device, but unfortunately Google does not ship a pair of headphones in the box in India. Software is another area where the Google Pixel series has usually done well, and in this case you get Android 10 on this device, which is going to be very close to stock Android, and apart from that you will get a guarantee of 3 years of security and software updates. Okay, so those were the basics about the Google Pixel 4a, but let's talk about that launch date in India. Now, Google has said that the Pixel 4a will be coming to India in October, and that really makes me wonder if the Pixel 5 or whatever else the next Google phone is going to be called is even going to be launching in India. Traditionally, Google has launched the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 3 in India around that time, October or November or so, and that is around the time when we also saw the Pixel 4 launching in the US last year, but that phone did not come to India, and I'm expecting that this year either the Pixel 5 is like massively delayed, which seems a little unlikely, or that phone probably won't come to India. Now, the reason for this is that with the Pixel 4, Google had said that that phone is not coming to India due to certain issues. Now, the best we could tell is that The 60 GHz spectrum was used in that device for the motion sense technology, which allows you to wave your hands in front of the device to do things such as skip to the next song and multiple other things. It's a really cool feature, but there are some spectrum licensing issues around that frequency in India, which is the 60 GHz frequency, and that's probably why the Pixel 4 did not make it to this country. Now, I'm not entirely sure if the Pixel 5 is not gonna launch in India, but if I were to guess based on the launch date for the Pixel 4a, at the moment the chances are looking a bit slim, and that does worry me a little bit. I'd love to be proved wrong on this one, and I should clarify that at this point, whatever I'm saying about the Pixel 5 or whatever the next phone is going to be called is totally speculation, but the signs are definitely pointing to this, that Google is probably going to make the Pixel 4a the phone for India, and we probably won't see the Pixel 5 coming in here. So I hope I'm wrong on this one, but let's see how that goes. In a couple of months, once again, we'll be back to talk about this device whenever we have the review unit, and once the Pixel 5 or the next Google phone launches, we'll be back to talk about that as well. So that was it from our end about the Google Pixel 4a. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Go to gadgets360.com for more details on all things tech, including the Pixel 4a, and as always, stay tuned to our channel for in-depth information on all things tech.